you're about to be a mom. How is that feeling?
Pops.
Oh, let me get it together. About to be a pops.
Now look, man, it's 2024. I don't care if a woman and a woman want to have a kid together. Good on them. More power to them. But it's just so weird to me. You want your son to call you pops, and whenever his friends ask, what does your dad do for a living? He's supposed to say, oh, he plays in the WNBA. Now, to make this even more confusing, Brittney Griner maintains that she is a biological woman and identifies as female. I don't know. Congratulations to Brittney Griner for bringing in a baby boy. I just think it's very fascinating how this human somehow finds a way to create controversy out of everything.
On the court, and it hit me hard, you know. So just looking forward to all those moments. Just walking in on the first home game.
I played in front of everybody in one place, honestly, since like high school, honestly. So just having every.
Just now, something crazy happened. Brittney Griner is openly hinting about a potential NBA jump. Furthermore, isn't just idle conversation for attention. Seems genuine. Comes shortly after she was made public in a way that even her most ardent supporters are questioning. Brittney has had a lot of turmoil in the past, but this instance is completely different. She is suspected of committing fraud. The preconceived notions people had about her. The key question now is whether this NBA transfer is part of her grand scheme to advance in her career. Or is it a means of escape? Has she been hiding anything from everyone the entire time? Additionally, don't assume that something happened. Suddenly, Brittney was involved in what appeared to be a significant sponsorship just last week. 3 cryptic statements regarding leveling the playing field and elite male competition were released by her spokeswoman. Nobody gave it much mind at first, but then all of a sudden, internal emails from an Atlanta Dream employee were leaked, accusing Brittney of manipulating the situation to conceal some impending off-court court drama.
Houston.
Yes.
H-Town.
Born and raised.
Right? How was that growing up in the city of Houston for you?
I mean, it was pretty easy at first. You know, I wasn't into sports really at first. I was an active kid, but like I was climbing trees, riding bikes, skating, all that. But I wasn't into basketball just yet. Grew up with my parents, and you know, they did their best to make sure I was on the straight path. But it was cool. It got hectic once I got to high school, and that dunk video came out. That's when life kind of started changing.
Fans can't believe how quickly things are getting out of control, and this problem is becoming worse every day. When you truly read those stolen emails, the language not only seems dodgy, but screams cover-up, which is why everything blew up at that point. The wildest portion, though, comes next. Now that I think about it, the hints were always there. Remember, Brittney's strange sideline comment from the previous season. If I was in the NBA and then quickly caught myself back then, nobody would have thought twice about it. However, many are rewatching it with a totally fresh perspective now that all of this drama is coming to light. Was this something she had been hinting at all along? Brittney almost gave herself away on tape more than once. In another old interview, fans have uncovered her saying, everyone should be allowed to play ball. She looked to be advocating for athletes from all backgrounds to have the opportunity to participate at the time. But now that everything is public knowledge, many are speculating if Brittney hinted that she was preparing a major move, such as joining the NBA. To make matters even more chaotic, the Atlanta Dream front office has fallen silent. No mention of the leaked emails, no mention of Brittney's purported NBA jump, and certainly no mention of what she has apparently been making a concerted effort to conceal. As they wait for someone, anybody, to eventually break, the quiet fans are going crazy. I'm beginning to feel like this whole thing is far too planned, and Brittney, her team, and even the league itself look awful as a result. Hold on though, because things get messier. It was not even Brittney's outrageous declaration that ignited the internet. We won't reveal the identity of the former WNBA teammate who made the move, since Brittney is already being disparaged on social media. This former teammate wrote a mysterious tale that said, when the truth hits, they always pivot like it was part of the plan. After discreetly Brittney on all platforms.
Play. Everyone deserves the right to come here, sit in these seats, and feel safe, and not feel like there's a threat or they can't be who they are. Definitely will be speaking up against that legislation, those laws that are trying to be passed.
Suddenly, there was no more discussion regarding what had been revealed. Overnight, the entire discourse changed. Here's what folks should remember, though: what was the connection between all of this and Brittney's alleged fraud? In an attempt to conceal records connected to a lawsuit filed in Phoenix, her camp had been covertly conducting damage management for months, according to the same stolen internal communications. This is where it really blows up. One of the top names in women's basketball is allegedly involved in the complaint, which alleges that a 2022 injury exemption was obtained through the use of fabricated medical records. Brittney is at the center of what might be one of the most shocking scandals the sport has seen in years. If that proves to be the case, was the item that blew the lid off everything. Supporters began to piece it all together, and they discovered something crazy. It turns out that Brittney was able to miss a crucial run of games due to the same injury exception.
Back on the court in a real game and everything. The love from the fans when I came out was amazing. The players, I definitely feel it. I appreciate everything a little bit more. All the little small moments that I used to just like, oh, I'm so tired. Oh, I don't want to go to practice today, or oh, this, that. I think that has changed, honestly. Just appreciating everything, because tomorrow's not guaranteed. You don't know what it's going to look like. So I think that's kind of how it changed a little bit.
The realm of basketball. Brittney Griner has left the sport she once dominated, claiming that the last straw was an unrelenting outpouring of vitriol from the public and emotional weariness. Additionally, the leaks claim that it allowed her to access extra money that she otherwise would not have received. The additional benefits made the entire situation appear much more dubious than anyone had anticipated, even if there had been any possibility that this would have been discreetly buried. This abrupt NBA move now appears to be more of a distraction maneuver, or worse, a prearranged escape path before things blow up totally, than an exciting career jump. People keep asking if Brittney was planning to join the NBA all along, or if she's simply attempting to leave the WNBA now that it looks like her doors are closing. This is where things become even more intriguing though. Since the Russia incident, Brittney's relationship with the WNBA hasn't exactly been easy.
Said she could beat DeMarcus Cousins in one-on-one, and then they went around asking a bunch of NBA players. The head coach of the UConn girls, Gene, I can't remember his last name.
Oriema?
Yeah. He said, if there's no ref and they're playing one-on-one, I'm selling my house, I'm taking all my money out of my bank accounts, and I'm putting it all on DeMarcus Cousins.
Everybody knows who Brittney Griner is. And if you don't know who Brittney Griner is, she is the WNBA star that we traded a weapons terrorist for about a year ago. And recently, a momentous personal occasion.
It now appears that the fissures were never even repaired. Even if Brittney's on-court performance wasn't exactly living up to the anticipation, some players began to believe that she was being promoted as the league's face. Many were therefore not even surprised when rumors about the case began to circulate. The league didn't try to stop the leaks, spin the tale, or use any of their typical public relations gimmicks in an attempt to shield her. Rather, they simply stopped talking altogether. And to be honest, nothing they've done feels as shady as that quiet. This is where things become even crazier though. The notion that Brittney might play against guys in the future was not the only one made by her staff.
In her abilities. It's also a little delusional. It's not a walk in the park over here.
I'm just gonna use that to fuel this. I mean, I'm better, but it's okay. It's okay. It's okay, little man.
Like the confidence, BG, but I don't know if that's gonna happen. I got cuz on that one.
If there's no referee, I'm gonna go to the ATM and I'm gonna sell my house and I'm gonna put all my money.
They are not yet pursuing major exhibition games or full-time contracts. All they want are scrimmages. Why is that important? Because the main goal of participating in scrimmages is to test optics. Without contracts, there are no obligations or liabilities, just an opportunity to observe the reactions of the public and media. Brittney is aware that a positive response essentially gives her the clear to make a bolder move. However, there is a straightforward question that looms over everything. Why now? Why take this enormous risk? particularly considering the possibility of humiliation.
Trying to make a big deal out of Brittney Griner's dunk in the All-Star game, and let's just ignore the fact that this would be the least exciting dunk ever seen in a men's JV game. But this is super irresponsible of her, because don't you think you'd stay away from traveling like this after—
Unless her WNBA prospects are far worse than her NBA prospects. Although professional female athletes have played against males in the past, Brittney's timing gives the impression that something much more significant is about to happen because of all the drama she has already experienced. She no longer needs to prove herself, turn this into a full-fledged career change. She appears to be fleeing something from which she is unable to escape. And then, just when it seemed like the mayhem would finally subside, another league appeared out of
Marcus Cousins in one-on-one. And then they went around asking a bunch of NBA players. The head coach of the UConn.
The headline of the interview, which claimed that Brittney was telling her truth, seemed far too premeditated to be an accident. Brittney made every effort to come across as grounded during the interview, as if she were pitching a different side of herself to the thing significant. Whatever that secret is, it's obviously important enough that Brittney may decide to leave the league that helped make her famous. It may rock the WNBA as a whole. If that turns out to be the case, this narrative is far from over, so please remember to like, share, and leave a comment with your opinions. You won't want to miss what happens next, I promise. I'll see you at the following one.